I analyzed hundreds of elite wrestlers, and here is how wrestling changes your body. I am Simon Borec, a med student, and today I'm showing you the 5 most shocking ways wrestling permanently transforms you. Let's start with the most visible thing, cauliflower ear. This isn't just a weird look, it's permanent vascular damage. In the anatomy lab last semester, we examined a former wrestler's ear, and what I found shocked me. The cartilage was without blood supply, completely replaced with calcified scar tissue. This happens when repeated friction breaks blood vessels, causing blood to pool out. Without treatment, the cartilage dies and hardens. Once it calcifies, that's it. No plastic surgeon can fully restore your ear. However, among wrestlers, cauliflower ear is something you want to have. It's aura. Next up, look at those X-rays. The wrestler's neck and shoulders undergo permanent structure adaptation. Your neck adapts to repeated head snaps and pressure. This is consistent with Davis' law, a debated but useful principle describing how soft tissue remodels under stress. Think of it like a bodybuilder's muscles adapt under load. A wrestler's neck and shoulder tissues, particularly the cervical fascia and trapezius attachments, reshape and thicken as an adaptive mechanism. The prime example could be Brock Lesnar. And let me tell you, if Brock was my anatomy model, I would get an A. Look at these before/after photos. The neck vertebrae become compressed. The shoulders develop distinctive posture, and many high-level practitioners cannot fully rotate their heads anymore. By the end, I will share the injury prevention checklist for all this thing. I use it in my school community. There I cover injuries in boxing, wrestling, BJJ, MMA and many other things. Join and book a call with me, we will tackle your specific issues together, link below. Now for what you cannot see, the internal transformations that are even more fascinating. A sports medicine specialist showed me MRIs of college wrestlers, and the difference was visible even to students. They just don't look like 20-year-olds. More like construction workers in their 60s. With each double leg takedown, mad return and heavyweight throw, your spine experiences micro trauma, tiny stress fractures and disc compression. Your body compensates by forming bone spurs and thickening ligaments. But this adaptation comes at a cost. This explains why some long-time wrestlers show degenerative disc diseases decades earlier than normal. The respiratory adaptations are fascinating. We just covered diaphragm function in med school, and I was stunned when I applied those same diagnostic criteria to wrestlers' breathing patterns. Their intercostal muscles develop differently from constantly fighting. After years of training, especially in defensive positions, the thoracic cavity actually reshapes. This posture adaptation allows wrestlers to maintain oxygen flow even while being pressed into the mat. This remodeling is why many high-level wrestlers can remain calm under pressure that would cause panic in untrained individuals. Now let's talk about the permanent damage that wrestlers never fully recover from. The changes that follow them long after they stop training. First, the vertebral system.
But I don't think you can get away with not strengthening your neck for very long.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and it connects you to the rest of your freaking body.
Nearly 50% of retired college athletes reported chronic neck pain in the 2024 study. Stop doing it right now and rotate your head fully to each side. See how easily you can look behind you? The majority of veteran wrestlers physically cannot do this simple movement. And it's not just the neck. Their entire spinal column ages prematurely. Lumbar degeneration in wrestlers occurs at 3 times the normal rate. Those beautiful throws, explosive shots and defensive bridges compress vertebral disc, leading to herniation and nerve impingement. A 2017 study found that approximately 90% of German elite athletes reported chronic back pain. The mean average was just 20. That's literally my age. The joint destruction is also significant. Those explosive movements we love as fans, they cause micro tears in ligaments that never fully heal. Each high amplitude throw or clamber permanently stresses the joint capsule, leading to chronic instability. By retirement age, the average elite wrestler has undergone at least 1 or 2 major joint surgeries.
Given the fact that you're exerting a pretty tremendous force both to try to stabilize and then try to mobilize your opponent, and that is battling against their efforts to do so, can often find a limb, such as an ankle, or that part of the limb anyway, in an untoward position. And because of the aggressive nature of the forces moving in opposite directions, it's not inconceivable to turn an ankle.
But the most fascinating changes happen where you cannot see them, inside the wrestler's brain and nervous system. I absolutely love this topic because it's so counterintuitive. Unlike purely striking martial arts, wrestling's neurological impact is less about trauma and more about pain adaptation. With each grueling practice and weight cut, your brain's pain processing centers literally rewrite themselves. A study exactly says much higher pain threshold was observed in the experimental group of martial arts athletes, and statistically significant differences were found for pain tolerance. Wrestling gives you real life hacks which you can use in university, military, or even breakup situations. For long-time wrestlers, the parasympathetic nervous system, which normally activates only during rest, becomes accessible during high-stress situations. This allows wrestlers to maintain decision-making ability and find motor control even while being crushed, something everyone wants. Beyond the spine and joints, wrestling transforms every system in the athlete's body in ways science is just beginning to understand. The immune system undergoes remarkable adaptation. Unlike many sports that suppress immunity through overtraining, wrestling's cyclic stress recovery pattern actually enhances certain immune parameters. The constant skin-to-skin contact exposes wrestlers to a wide variety of microbes, potentially strengthening the mucosal immunity. Many wrestlers report fewer illnesses after years of training, though skin infections remain a significant risk. The cardiovascular system transforms dramatically as well. Those enlarged wrestlers' hearts, they develop specific adaptations. The left ventricular architecture that helps during intense scrambles becomes remarkable for its efficiency at oxygen delivery. Perhaps most interesting is the connective tissue remodeling. Collagen structures throughout the body, from joint capsules to fascia, become reorganized through constant tension and compression. Wrestlers may show accelerated collagen turnover. Their connective tissues adapt faster than normal. This explains why many long-time wrestlers maintain remarkable mobility despite joint stress. Their bodies have been in a state of constant adaptation for so long that the tissue systems eventually create wrestling-specific architecture. As I promised, screenshot this prevention checklist from my community. And if you want a more detailed program, join my school, get access to all classrooms, and book a private call with me. The link is below.